Hey, hello to all the farmers. I hope you're all doing well. During my morning walk around my estate called Labrina, I noticed that my father is cutting the grass and it's a real mess. And well, I realized that my plants are full of aphids. I have aphids on the sage, so from the sage they'll move to the lemon tree in no time, you'll see. But look how beautiful my lemon tree is. Do you remember the manpensanti underneath? But you don't know about the lemon tree, do you? It's so beautiful, spectacular. By the way, we need to fertilize it soon. And by the way, I also have aphids on the artichokes. We have two different species of aphids. We have the white aphid, which I'm showing you now, and the black aphid. We're going to remove them. I'll tell you now, there's no difference between the white and black ones. Their color changes based on what they eat, but they're always the same aphid. Let's check out the aphids this morning with some background music, then get to work. So how do you notice if you have aphids? Three things. First, you see ants. Aphids basically suck all the sap from the plants. And they secrete a little liquid called honeydew, which is sweet. Honeydew is used in nature by ants, which protect them. And sometimes it's also used by bees, which make honeydew honey from it. Now, with all due respect to the bees will definitely go to flowers, but we remove the honeydew. Why? Another way to see if there are aphids is that the leaves look like they're really in bad shape. Third thing, I saw it earlier, your plants are full of ladybugs, because when there's honeydew, then aphids start to appear and ladybugs start eating the aphids. Here it is, do you see it? So I've given you the three indicators that aphids are present. What are we going to do? We'll use two different strategies. The first is to wash the plants, so remove as much honeydew as possible, as many aphids as possible. By removing the honeydew, we're taking away their protection, removing a few extra aphids too, but most importantly, we're removing the presence of ants that go to protect them. The second thing is we'll treat with zeolite, which basically wipes them out. Why? Because it's like putting shards of glass on a wall. Pigeons won't go there. It's the same thing with aphids. Come on, let's go right away with the soft soap to clean everything well. Do you see what we're doing? High pressure. Try to wash the leaves as much as possible. That way you're really washing it thoroughly. Look, you can see it well here. Look first. Come see how they are first. Do you see it? Do you see how dirty it is? These black ones are aphids. They've been feeding. Look. You see, we're going to wash it as much as possible. In this case, the aphids end up getting scattered around. Action is needed as soon as we spot a few, since they quickly move from plant to plant. We saw them on the sage, then they move to the lemons. Luckily, aphids usually target the tips, which helps us. Look here, this is heavily infested, damn them. They multiply in no time. Of course, I'll put the product down in the description. Be generous, don't be stingy, let's soak them well. Then let it sit for a little while, at least 15 minutes. In this case, it's my father who's cutting the grass and making a huge mess. The interesting thing is that they always go on the flowers and the new shoots. They don't go on the tough leaves. In the case of artichokes, they go up here where the fruit is. In the case of sage, it was going up on the flowers. So that's the most affected part. Now let's give it a good wash. Let's leave it for about 15 minutes to work, because we're stunning them, we're knocking them out, and then what do? Bam, zeolite. In this case, what really makes a difference is the pump you're using. It's a sprayer. You can also use a hand one. For a treatment like this, you need quite a bit of pressure. I use this one from Milwaukee. I'll show it to you. I've been using it for 2 years. It's fantastic because I can change the different nozzles. It's reliable. But above all, I can really control the power, the spray, and so on. And unlike the other pumps I've always used, it costs a little more. But after 2 years, I can tell you that all the plastic parts are still in place. I have no problems with the seals, and above all, it holds up. The others, usually the little rod here, it bends here. It doesn't have the same effectiveness. It's a nice little tool. Let's do the sage too. Come on. Let's move on to the lemon right away too, because you never know. Maybe we just don't see them. Oh, look, there were already some ants. Yeah, I saw one fall. If there are ants, it means there are aphids. We don't see them. Look here, those damn things. Look at it. Away. My beautiful lemon. Then they criticize me. For us, these sage plants are a source of income, so they need to be well taken care of. See how much pressure? I'll show you something else too. Since we're here, come with me. I've noticed though that these sage plants, when in contact with the mint, have been less affected, but if they got it over there, it's just a matter of days. Also, because when you look closely, you start to see ants on the leaves. Ants shouldn't be on the leaves. If they're on the leaves, it means there's a reason. That is, the plant is getting sick, so we still give it a treatment anyway. The soft soap also helps us make the zeolite stick better afterward. I'll show you how we're going to apply it. There, we've run out of water, so the treatment's done. So, let's also talk about something that's very interesting. That is, unlike all the other pumps that I have or have seen on the market, Milwaukee had a brilliant idea. They created a tank that is detachable. Now, I'll show you. There's another one back here. See? And then you can attach another tank to it. It's designed for professionals. So that means maybe we do a natural treatment, then we do another treatment that's allowed in organic farming, but we would need to wash it well. Why do we need this one? We need to separate treatments. If I use a copper-based treatment, I might use a different container so I keep them apart. Or for example, for gardeners who work with different products, this one is a godsend. When you're at the client's place doing treatments, you can't keep changing treatments and washing the whole tank each time. Instead, just swap the tank and clean it at the end of the day. Look, I'm really in love with this sprayer for treatments. Spectacular, really. Also, Milwaukee is offering several gardening discounts right now, which I'll list in the description. Check them out and pay close attention to me. We use only exclusively zeolite, so not zeolite mixed with anything else. We've pumped it up a lot, a whole lot more. We've reached about 15 liters, almost 300 grams of zeolite. Zeolite can be applied in two ways, either in water following the instructions or as a powder. It's usually used in agriculture. If you have a balcony, wet the plants, then apply it as a powder. This helps more of the product stay in place. However, if you're on a balcony and the powder falls down or for some reason you can't apply the powder, I recommend using the doses I mentioned. So, 15 liters, 300 grams of zeolite. It's a rock powder, so it's not harmful, but we'll try to get, come here, this consistency. Look. You see how it becomes really nice, almost like a greenish color, a nice rich one. Here, the most important thing you need to do is mix everything very well. What do? I keep it circulating continuously so that it mixes and there are no lumps. To avoid lumps, start with 5 liters of water, slowly add the zeolite while stirring and keep adding water, then mix it again. It needs to be mixed well. Once it's done, you have yours. Maybe, without making a mess. We got caught up in the excitement. Now let's go apply the product and I'll show you how. We've let about 10 minutes pass, so we've rinsed well, but the plants are still pretty wet. If they're wet, you apply it as a powder and it sticks better. Okay, come on, let's go apply it. So let's get set up now. You'll see that afterwards the plants will become quite white, almost like kaolin. We're going to apply it to all of them. In this case, we lower the pressure and also the nozzle. See, that's why I like it, because I can adjust it. Before you see the white on top, it'll take a moment because the water, in this case with the zeolite, what is it? It's a carrier. As soon as the water evaporates, the zeolite stays on top. This treatment needs to be repeated in case of rain, and anyway, to get rid of aphids, it should be done at least, I'm telling you, 3 times, so you'll solve it in 10 days. Because first we remove the bulk and then we go for the details. Once this is done, at that point, only at that point, you can do it on a scheduled basis. The same thing applies to roses as well. Just so you know, nothing changes. Keep in mind that aphids are the same. It applies to fruit plants, it applies to roses, whatever you want. The most important part is the tips and new shoots. After this treatment, you can go and harvest almost right away. Of course, as the labels tell us, you should follow the instructions on the label. So, if it says a 3-day waiting period, it means that for 3 days, you shouldn't harvest in any way because there could be doses that might be harmful to humans. This applies to both natural and non-natural products. The labels are like the labels on medicines. They must be followed properly. It's the basis of a good treatment. A good treatment must be done on both sides. The upper side, meaning this part, and the lower side, the underside, look here, of the leaf. Because you see, otherwise this part hasn't been treated. That's why it's enough to also go underneath. Again, I repeat, it's more of a statistical matter. In 3 treatments, we'll get them all anyway. Oh, my father is cutting the grass. Watch out! In my experience, wasps usually build their nests in sage. I can't tell you why, but it's already happened to me in these big bushes. When you go to pick them, be careful, okay? So when you pick sage, you always make a movement like this. If you see wasps coming out, then you'll know there's a nest underneath. Look at the effect. Come here, come here, come here. See? See how it leaves the product on them? Do you see how they turn white? Now when it evaporates, you'll see the whole leaf turn white, and that means you did it right. Let's do the others too. We've already treated the lemon tree. Done. Next thing. If you have to stop for even 10 minutes, you need to shake the whole treatment again because it tends to settle. Later, everything will settle at the bottom. Since there's little water now, I mix it occasionally because the powders tend to settle. These are fine. Actually, it could have been scheduled 10 days ago. I didn't think about it. Let's go take care of it right away. My lemons at this moment don't have any problems. In fact, they're really beautiful. But let's treat it right away because if they've arrived there, they'll get here too. So even there, in my opinion, it's something you need to keep in mind. Let's say both on one side and the other. No, I don't see them. Come take a look. Come on, come. Look here on the leaf. Do you see it's all covered in little dots? This is a well-done treatment, you see? The effect is already very noticeable. So I repeat, we're using completely natural products, so we should do the treatment 2 or 3 times. It's best to do it as a preventive measure if you don't have them, to avoid problems. If you're in the garden, like in my situation, I have artichokes, I have lettuces, keep in mind that unfortunately I've also seen aphids on the lettuces. So it's better to treat right away before they somehow get there, because somehow, I don't know how, they always manage to make it. All products are listed below in the description. Please subscribe, like, and comment to keep the community active. It's your responsibility too. Farmer, see you in the next video. Bye. Do you see this white powder on top? Zeolite. Dude, follow Matt the farmer. Now we'll fix it.